So staying with security matters, Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State has expressed confidence that a notorious bandit leader, Bello Turji, will soon be brought to justice. And speaking to the press, Governor Lawal assured that the ongoing collaboration between the state, the federal government, and security agencies are responsible for Turji's reign of terror nearing its end. He mentioned that with what they have in place, it's only a matter of time before Turji will meet his end. And this follows recent military successes, including the killing of wanted bandit leader Halilu Sububu, who had terrorized Zamfara and other northwest states. Over 30 bandits, including Sububu, were killed in the latest operations. And bandits attacked a church service in the Bakinpah-Maro community of the Kajuru local government area in Kaduna State, leaving 3 people feared dead and 30 others reported kidnapped. Although the police authorities were yet to comment, the former chairman of Kajuru local government, Kafra Kaino, confirmed the incident, noting that the assailants, who arrived in large numbers around 10 a.m., targeted both an Echo church and the Catholic church. Among those abducted is Bernard Gajera and a pastor from one of the churches. And to unpack this, we are joined by a security expert in person of Inko-Tariah Ipalibo. He joins us from Jos, the Plateau State. Good afternoon. Glad to have you join me on the news.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
All right. I mean, there seems to be this resurgence of attacks, What do you think are the underlying factors contributing to these recurring attacks of bandits, particularly in Kajuru local government area?
The root cause of these attacks that has reoccurred several times could be traced to the fact that anytime they attempt to attack, they succeed with the operations without any form of inhibitions or resistance. So if bandits understand that a community is vulnerable and at any time they could go in and kidnap people in their numbers without any form of resistance from security agencies, they will always go there to perpetuate the crime. So I believe the reason why they keep coming is because they've not been resisted, they've not been arrested, they've not been stopped. So they'll keep coming.
Now, having said that, what do you think should be the disposition of security officers in nipping in the bud, insecurity on the rise in that community, Kajuru community?
It has been happening several times. There is a pattern of operation that has been observed. The videos that you are even showing in this interview shows the commando style that these bandits are using to perpetrate the crime. If this kind of video is available, it means that the security, they already have firsthand what to use to counter or to prevent these things from happening. You could lay ambush for the bandits. There are many things you could do to prevent this thing. The kind of firepower Nigerian government, the state has as at now, will be able to prevent this kind of criminal activity in that community, if only the state and the agencies involved with security will take it serious.
Let's look at this ongoing violence. How do you think it has impacted the lives of local residents in that community?
It has impacted negatively on the community. It's traumatic. Until you won't be involved in the kidnap, but until you hear the first-hand information. We have had several people being traumatized because of kidnap. It's not funny at all. The fact that somebody from your family is being kidnapped, the whole family will not be at peace until the person is returned, because it's a 50-50 thing. The person might be returned or killed even after ransom is paid. So the experience is horrifying, it's traumatic, and the whole community, they are in pains. It's a gloomy mood as we speak now. It's not funny at all.
Now, how do you think this can be curbed? Looking at government efforts, what steps should they take to nip in the bud this rise of insecurity or banditry as we know of it?
Well, the efforts so far, from my perspective, has not been sufficient. It's not yes, they will say they are putting things in place and all whatnot, but so far as I'm concerned, with what is happening, with what is on ground, the government, they've not done anything significant. The community is a physical location, it's a geographical location. It's something you can protect the people, you can mobilize security, you can build a base there. There are so many things you could do to protect the people, but most of the things they are saying, they are just being said. No backing, no action, no nothing to substantiate or to show that they are marching action with words. If the bandit wants to go back to that community this Sunday to kidnap again, they will go and they will kidnap without any form of resistance. So it's not, as we speak, the people are still not protected. They are still vulnerable. And not just that community. Several communities are vulnerable.
Well, we have people pointing fingers to fifth columnists where there seems to be collusion between security officers and also these, bandits. Do you think that's possible, looking at how they were able to purchase or even own these arms they use in these nefarious activities?
In Nigeria, all things are possible. But the possibility of such insider collaboration should not prevent the capacity of the government to stop the crime. You would naturally find people who want to sell out, who want to sabotage, who want to to give out information and intelligence, and also to cooperate with the criminals. But then that presence, the presence of that element should not prevent you from doing the needful. So no matter the insider information, no matter the sellout, the government should be able to put things on ground to prevent these things from happening.
Well, thank you so much for your expertise on the news. Inko-Tariah Ipalibo, security expert. Many thanks once again.
Thank you for having me.